to talk about, there's a new documentary out, a new documentary on Amazon. It's called Shiny Happy People. It's about the Duggar family, but a little bit bigger than the Duggar family. It's about the religious cult that they belonged to. And yes, I'm going to call it a cult because I believe that's what it is. This religious cult, they portray themselves as being Christian, and perhaps what they believe is sort of similar to Christianity, but as all cults do, Christianity has been warped in their cult to be something that is not actually Christianity. It's led by a man named Bill Gothard. We talked a little bit about this on the show when one of the Duggar daughters, Ginger Duggar, published a book talking about how she escaped from this cult. Now, it wasn't a physical escape. This was an ideological escape, how she disentangled herself from the heretical theology that was taught and the really destructive, dangerous, weirdo practices of the cult, things that don't have anything to do with religion. You know, we're all familiar with how the Duggars dressed on their show, right? The long skirts, the very long hair. The girls weren't allowed to wear shorts. They didn't let their shoulders show. They have as many kids as they possibly can. Those are just some of the stereotypical things associated with the Bill Gothard cult. These are teachings that Bill Gothard required his followers to practice. This new documentary series, Shiny Happy People, exposes Bill Gothard and exposes this cult. And you're probably like me, you find this pretty interesting. I mean, the Duggars have been public figures in our country for decades now. I remember watching the Duggars growing up just because it was fascinating to see a family with 19 kids. Especially that family, they're kind of interesting people. So this documentary series is lighting up. People are watching it because they're interested in it, and they're especially interested in the Bill Gothard cult after Ginger Duggar said that she is rejecting it. However, what I want to say right now is we are going to have on this show someone who escaped from the Bill Gothard cult. That episode is going to drop next week, so be sure to subscribe. Be sure to set the notification on YouTube or on Rumble or on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify so that when that episode drops, you don't miss it. A man who escaped the cult is going to tell us what it was like on the inside, how he got away. One of the things, though, about Shiny Happy People is, as the mainstream often does, when there is an instance, this happens not just with Christianity, it happens also with homeschooling. Whenever there's an instance of abuse or warped theology or something bad that's associated with people that claim to be Christians or people that pretend to homeschool, what the left does is instead of just understanding that the abuse that's found within the Bill Gothard cult is not Christian teaching, it is not biblical teaching, it is counter to biblical teaching. Instead, they try to smear all Christians. They try to use this as an indictment of a large family, of a pro-life family, of a Republican family, of a homeschooling family, and of a Christian family. And that is frustrating for those of us who are, well, I was homeschooled, as you guys know. A lot of people that watch this show, I know, homeschool their kids. I'm a practicing Christian. A lot of you guys are practicing Christians. And this is an unfair indictment of what we're dealing with, because the cult of Bill Gothard is exactly that. It is a cult. It is a fringe, a minority group that is not biblical. It's not actually practicing Christianity. But what I want to do today is I want to talk about an actual cult that is running rampant in our country, that these same people who are so obsessed with following the Duggars and using the Duggars as ammunition to try to assassinate the character of all Christians and all homeschooling families, this cult, those same people aren't interested in condemning at all, even though the cult that's bigger, the cult that is touching every part of our lives, from corporate America to our children's classrooms. This video I have to show you of what is happening at one elementary school for Pride Month. This is the real cult. And the leftists, well, they're not interested in talking about it. And maybe for once, it's coming back to bite them. So let's get to it. Okay, so the actual cult that has taken a hold of our country, and they are behaving like an actual cult, is Pride Month. Pride Month is not about pride in the way that we would describe ourselves as proud to be an American or proud of our families. Pride Month is behaving as a literal cult, and they're coming for our children. And I know this sounds, some people are going to be like, well, Liz, come on. This is just about celebrating the advances that gay people have made in our country, equality and tolerance and yada, yada, yada. And let me just tell you, watch this video And you can decide for yourself, because this happened at an elementary school in the United States of America in honor of the first day of Pride Month, which the left calls Pride Day. These are children. You can see the ages of these children in this video. Let's go ahead and play this right now. They're entering school. They have no choice but to participate in this Pride celebration. Elementary school children, they are small children, and they are met with teachers and administrators dressed in rainbow-colored uniform onesies, waving pride flags. There's the transgender progress flag, the transgender flag in this elementary school. Look at how small that child is. Those are kindergartners and first graders and second graders, and they are all forced to walk under a rainbow arch. So when I say that this elementary school is forcing children to celebrate Pride Month, I mean that. I'm not saying that to sound bombastic. I'm not saying that to be hyperbolic. Look at those teachers. They are draped in rainbow flags, draped in pride flags. These small children are forced to participate in Pride Month. Understand what Pride Month is. Pride Month is not about the dignity of all human beings. It is not about celebrating equality under the law. It is not about promoting tolerance for alternative lifestyles. Pride Month is underpinned by queer theory. Pride Month is an anti-Christian, anti-biology, anti-science, Marxist ideology. You saw the transgender flag in the hallway of that elementary school. Those small children, some of them don't even have their front teeth, are being taught, you're a boy? Well, you can be a girl if you want to be a girl. You're a girl? Well, maybe you're a boy trapped in a girl's body. Maybe you should go on hormones. Maybe you should surgically mutilate your body. Maybe you should wreck your fertility for life. Maybe you should reject your family. Maybe you should embrace a neo-Marxist ideology because it serves our political agenda. That's what Pride Month is. Pride Month sexualizes children. It's so destructive. It's so disgusting. And here's what I will say. This year, for the first time in the history of Pride Month, because Pride Month is not new, for the first time, the left has crossed the line. Now, I'm not saying in individual instances the left hasn't crossed the line before. Of course they have. But as a whole, for the first time, the left has collectively stepped over a line that the vast majority of the American people are not willing to tolerate. And that is sexualizing our children. That is grooming our children. That is indoctrinating our children. And they're doing this openly. They're doing this without shame. They're doing this, they're admitting that they're doing this, and they're trying to gaslight you if you oppose it. This is a drag queen, and this school is in Canada, but it's still an elementary school. You can see how small the children are in this auditorium. In this auditorium, in this elementary school in Canada, a drag queen performs, and the children, as you can see, participate in this drag performance by clapping and listening. A drag queen. What is a drag queen? A drag queen is a man, a biological man, dressed up in a hypersexualized costume supposed to portray a woman, and not just a woman, but a degrading stereotype of a woman. And look at how small those children are. Those children are so young. Hi guys, it's Liz Wheeler. Don't forget to watch my show, The Liz Wheeler Show, every night at 7 p.m. on the First TV. You can download the free First TV app, or you can visit thefirsttv.com/Liz and start watching today.